Hello, Danielle. Welcome to
Hello,
RE7 Talks,
hello,
our new
Sebastian.
episode. Today, we are talking about why is design important for your marketing campaign. And today, Danielle, our creative director, is
Hello,
in the house, and we are going to discuss exactly this question. Welcome to the show, Danielle.
hello, Sebastian. I'm very happy to be here finally to speak about a dear subject for me, like the core of what I'm doing, like
Yeah.
every day, 5 years from now, from now until now. Yes. So can't wait to get into the topic and speak.
So why is it that the design is so important for the marketing campaign of the client? So can you explain us a bit,
This is
especially for new businesses that wonder when they have to pay so much money at the beginning, why to invest so much money and in design or in general in really professional campaigns?
okay. In the last 5 years, I try to find easier ways to understand the role of design in this marketing field and how design can better help marketing campaigns to better deliver, according to the objectives.
Hmm.
And I let's say that I reached the conclusion that marketing is basically about communication. You, as a marketer, are trying to communicate with the potential client, okay, and to try to sell him the product. It's a persuasive process there, okay. And I figured out eventually that design is the element that happens to be in the entire process of communication, of marketing communication. The way you choose to use the design will influence in the final stage. It will influence the client decision, his
Hmm.
decision whether to buy that product or not buy that product, because design is more than visual stuff and creativity and art and stuff like this and painting paint or I don't know why.
Hmm.
It's also the way you choose to put the copywriting in a visual. It's the way you choose to I don't know, to use the colors. Depends on which audience you are speaking with, and so on. This is why I think it's not very important. It's the core of marketing campaigns, because without a good design, you can't be able to deliver proper results. Uh, so here is the difference. If you have a professional, a clean, a compelling design, with compelling elements that immediately communicate the values of your business and the main USPs, unique selling propositions,
Hmm.
and the qualities of your product or service you want to deliver, you will reach success. On the other hand, if you accord poor attention to design, and you are stick to the idea that when a person will see your ad, automatically that person will say, hey, that's it, it's a very interesting product, I want to buy it. Of course this can happen when on certain types of products, but this change more and more with the more niche the product is. We in the
Hmm.
agency used to have a word. Design as a visual thing has the role to attract the attention. If you know already, I'm sure of that in social media,
Yeah.
the reactions are really fast, and people are scrolling really really fast in this feed, and you have very 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 less time to gain their attention. So the
So
vision.
you need to compete with, as I remember, you need to compete with babies and cats.
Yes, yes. There are not so many babies and kids on the internet anymore. I observed that. I don't know why, because people still love them. Okay. But the idea is the way we are thinking about design as a visual thing in the agency is to make it as good as possible in the way of stopping the people from scrolling in feed. So this is the way we have to build the visual design of our marketing materials, of our creatives. This is the first step. The second step is to convince the person. As soon as that potential client stopped over our banner,
Hmm.
the next step is to have their compelling copyright piece of copywriting.
Hmm.
Whether it's both things are equally important. The copyright, the copywriting the text, okay. The persuasive text has to be compelling, but in the same time, the design, the visual design should put very well in evidence this copywriting, this piece
Yeah,
of
yeah,
copywriting there, in the way that people should understand, because it's not important only to stop that person. If that person stops because there is a certain trigger that stops them over our ad, whether it's a color or a person, because a person is very a face is very important to use in our creatives. We have the best example with the babies, even though some researchers concluded that people are not tend to buy stuff when they see a baby, a banner with a baby. They just stop there to look at the baby and then they go on. The baby doesn't have any influence on on their buying decision. It's just a stimulus to stop them there. To attract their attention. So main uh, um, um, the main element on a banner on a graphic structure, let's say, it's the copywriting. So design has the role to put the piece of copywriting really, really well in evidence, because people are
yeah.
stopping. But in the same time, as they have really less time to see your banner, the same amount of time they will in the same amount of time they will decide to go further. So you have 1 to 2 seconds to stop them, and another 2 3 seconds to convince them to click on that banner. So that this means that the design has also to put in evidence really well the piece of copywriting, in the sense that people can scan really fast what is written there and to take the decision to make a micro conversion to land on the landing page, which landing page also has this design in the landing page also has a great role there. In
I
the same
would I would
mixed.
say, to give a bit more examples. I just went on Ciaro
Okay.
Financiar.
Hmm.
I just shared a screen now. Can you see it?
Okay. Yes, I see it.
So, for example, when you scroll here, you see here from Avalon Estate something which, from my point of view, looks really nice.
It looks indeed, yes.
But when you scroll more down, here's something from Ciaro Financiar. That's but here, this grabbed my attention. The Sensi Blue. Can you read what is written there? This blue border? I can't.
I mean, it's a lack of contrast there. It's huge, and
Yeah,
maybe.
so I mean, it looks nice, but you are not
Oh,
able. I mean, when I go really closely, you can read it, but to use what you mentioned with the contrast, the white on this light blue.
it's a really good contrast between the color of the product, which is that pink, purple, and the background. Also, those characters there are really appealing, and there can be a reason why you stop there to look at them. May-
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's not a sexist thing, because men and women equally stopped when they see a pleasant physical
yeah,
appearance there. But the bad thing is that they lost you as a potential client because they didn't put enough contrast on that copywriting elements there. So they lost a chance. The design is not good there because you can't see, even though you stopped over that ad, you can't see the text. So it's a pity.
yeah. I can't read it. I mean, when I'm going more down, let's see if there
That,
are some more ads here. Something still
It's a bit
from
it's a bit spammy what we see here, but the good thing
yeah.
is that you are on a landing page, so you tend to stay a little bit more than
Here we
in
see
social
something from
media.
Dacia plant with a video, which is really nice.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. Does it say something with Chrome and what? And Castravetzer is cucumbers.
I think those are the main ingredients. They use them as USPs, but
Yeah, but it's like it's not. I mean, there's no explanation. The video's just playing. So if I was just scrolling here, I think it will still play.
I think
So
that is a banner that is targeting people that are in a more advanced stage in the marketing funnel. Like, it's not a brand awareness campaign; it's
yeah.
more to the interested people. So
But here we
decision.
have again the problem. Now the video went smaller, and we weren't able to read here what is written there. I mean, wait,
Maybe,
was
maybe that.
here. So you
Maybe,
can't see. I mean, you can make it bigger, then you can read it, but so it's hard to read the video. But in general, videos are really really good.
is that Google AdSense or display? ads, or it's like native advertising there? Is it native?
Not really sure
Because
what.
because
I
the
mean,
video.
here you can see now how you can go a bit on the video. You can check how it is included. So here you said, no, I think it's image ads. No, I think it belongs to them.
So this could be a mistake because maybe the video itself is really well done, and it's
Yeah,
the
I guess when you make
presentation
it
that you
bigger,
use.
it's well done. Here you have another video, which is also nice, but I mean, I have to press here
Okay, we see a lot of
unmute to
we see a
listen. So
lot of
lots of
pharma.
videos.
We see a
Yeah.
lot of pharma on Reserve Financial, so I can assume that the business field in Romania is getting older or something.
Here are the
Need
people that are
some
reading it.
support.
Here, look here, ad removed. This is also funny. I haven't seen this before. Ah, Funny. Okay. This ad used too many resources for your device, so Chrome removed it. A really important factor if you are using ads, they should not take so much time to load because then just Chrome will not show them to you. This
Google
is also
is
new
uh,
for me.
Google is
So
hyper
then
user
let's just
experience.
stop sharing. So coming back, I'm just putting the banner here again. So why is this important for your marketing campaign? To summarize or maybe to give an example, I did this already with Ciprian, with Sandra. So I have my sports nutrition business and I want to sell more sports nutrition products. So I decided to make maybe Facebook and Google ads. So how's the process when I'm coming now to RE7 Consulting, and how's it with the ads, with the banners? So how does the process look like for me as a customer?
Okay, us in the agency, we have a really well established process when it comes to creation. First, we start with an analysis of the client. We can speak with the client, we can ask him some questions. Maybe he has some details that will save some time for us. Details about his audience, his history, his past campaigns, maybe what kind of audience reacted better to their audience, to their products and offers.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, then after we get all these responses, we try to fill in the gaps to see what we received and what we need further. This means that
Mhm.
we can make a research by ourselves. We go on their website. We take all the branding elements that they have
Yeah.
when they don't have a brand guide, because some of the clients doesn't have that don't have a
Yeah,
brand
especially
guide.
the smaller clients, they don't have necessary a brand guide, but somehow you, for example, if you follow our orange, you should use our orange.
Yes, and I think it's really important for all the clients to have it, because it doesn't matter the type of campaign we are running, regardless of the objective, all the campaigns has an awareness um objective there in the incorporated. Whether
Yeah.
I see an ad and I say, okay, I don't want this product, I don't want to convert, but that ad, it will stick in my head, and if it appears
Yeah.
several times, I will start to remember it. And even though I don't buy it today or next week or next month, maybe at one point I will need a service or product that a client can offer to me, that company, which can be a gym, for example. This is a very good example with the gym, because I started also to the gym.
Sports
I
nutrition.
have
It's sports nutrition. I'm
oh,
just selling
it's
sports nutrition. Yeah.
okay. It can be a gym, because gyms also have sport nutrition stores
No, it's just
incorporated.
sports
Anyway, okay,
nutrition.
okay. So sport nutrition, even though this type of and this comes in the stage of locating the audience, the target audience. When you have a
Mhm.
sport nutrition store, you should find your audience. So the audience, I think it's mainly uh, I don't know, 18 to 45 maybe, uh, when it comes to age, like a core
Yeah,
demographics.
maybe, yeah, young generation that is going to the gym, but also like a bit older
Active,
generation, like me, that wants to stay healthy and so on. So yeah,
okay, but it's sport nutrition, so it's for active people that are doing sport, like more or less,
yeah,
less, like more, like several times per week, and they need an extra boost to to sustain their effort.
And what I should add from our last discussion that I had with Alexandra, because it works hand in hand, the design with the ads,
Indeed.
we identify the top sellers from the online shop. So what are the top sellers? What are the products with the highest profit margin? And based on that, we try to sell these products, and you get these products and try to present the main, the main things that why you should get this product.
These are very good stages for the strategical team, for the when they set the strategy, the plan, the action plan. For me, I just want to receive the products that I have to promote.
Yeah.
Through the campaigns, because I have to set the creatives, the copywriting and the visuals. And after I receive the products and I have the audience in front of me, I can see the
Yeah.
audience, I can see the products, and then I will find to those products the best elements that can be promoted in order to accomplish the objectives
Yeah.
that these potential clients want to acquire. This is the standard and most efficient way to promote a product. And I think it's the classical one. And it is the most efficient because if you don't have a well-established brand like Coca-Cola, people buy Coca-Cola, they don't know why. They buy
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, but that is a feeling. It's something emotional, They buy it to feel something. In this field also it can be the same thing, but these guys also want to receive something physical, something that they can see as an improvement in their body. And
Yeah.
maybe I want to get to be more fit, to get more energy in order to sustain a more intensive sport session,
Yeah.
like gym session. So I take the product that I have, I take out these benefits that this product may have, and I put it in front of the potential audience. And I can promote it. This is the copywriting side. Okay, if we split the audience on ages, to say like this, and to the younger generation, I can come with some discounts, for example, and then stuff like this.
Also with
Uh,
different colors.
yes, yes, this is
Maybe
what I wanted to say.
demonstrator colors.
If the client has an established brand already and the visual experience that is already set, I would go more with the colors that the client already uses, because I assume that he already did multiple campaigns in the past, and
Yeah.
the audience are quite used to this visual experience, and I don't want to break that. I want to keep it.
Of course,
What?
you want to keep the same picture for the viewer, for the interested prospect through the entire campaign process. And
Yes.
what I can also add, after 1 month, we check out the visuals, and based on the performance, we know in which direction, which is the right direction, because we tried several types of designs and banners. So
Of
then
course.
we see which designs, which banners work best from the conversion rate, and based on that, we create new banners and we run them against the other banners that perform best. So we constantly running like a competition between banners. So it's you against yourself. We have three designers in the agency, so sometimes it's Daniel's designs versus Cheo's design or Daniela's design, in order to see which of the ads and the banners grab most of the attention.
Yes, it's all about optimization, because we, as a performance marketing agency, this is what we do. We take the data and we read it, we try to understand it and to
Yeah.
optimize it. This is why many times some campaigns may not work at the beginning, and the clients are getting, I don't know, they get in panic, like, why my campaign doesn't work, and after a month or two the campaign are exploding, because this
Yeah,
that's
it takes time. The algorithm needs
yes,
some time to improve. And
yes,
I just wanted to share with the audience also some of our banners. So normally you should see now the screen.
yes. I have to fill this list. I have several other
Exactly.
banners.
And here, for example, here for printers, we use, for example, this type of banners. So this is like something really simple. You use the colors in order to grab attention. This red, then the main message, a blue button, and here also something green and like something really positive.
Here the brief was to make something that alongside promoting the product should put in light very well the printing mall brand, which was the client here. You
Yeah.
can see the colors that I used: the red, the blue, the green. There are also in the logo. So so I try to stick to them.
Mhm.
Of course, I tried. I did multiple variations. I had the title here blue.
Yeah,
I had a button green and so on. And some of them I sent to the client. Let's say I think I had around 7 banners, like different variations with another
yeah.
product here or stuff like this. I sent to the client from those 7. It remained around, I don't know, 2 or 3, and he said I want that, that, and that. And then we sent them to him. For these banners in particular, I don't know which result we had because we didn't run them in campaigns. It was there were banners for them to put them on the website or something like this. I don't know, but they were really really satisfied with them.
We also
Uh,
do here, like we also had a client in Germany where we did something. So this is regarding transportation.
if you see it,
Um,
I like to think them very 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 simple, very minimalistic, because what matters for me and for us, it's to reach those two important stages that we were spoke earlier,
Also
to
from the
attract the
message, I think
attention.
also to provoke a bit, like here, it's sexy for her,
Mm,
macho for him, cheaper for both. Like also a bit like to provoke a bit.
yes, it's a mix. It depends on the client, because not all the clients, not to with all the clients we have this wide range of creativity, of playing with words or stuff like this.
Yeah.
But mainly yes, it's a mix of matching really well what the client has to sell, and put a little bit of provocative stuff there. This is a banner for us that we used to hire, I think,
Yeah, ready to run for your
1 year
money.
or two
We are
years
looking
ago.
for sales manager, sell more cars with us. So just to grab a bit attention with this little car, sell more homes with us. And here you made a digital banner, which also grabs attention, of course, if it's different from the others.
It worked really really nice, this banner. I
Yeah.
remember it.
So yeah, I mean, we
Yes.
have on behance.net, you can check out our banners to see what we are doing, what we understand under good design, and this is the key in order to get a good performance on the ads, to get a better conversion rate than your competitors, and therefore, I mean, that's why design is important for your ads, because if you run lousy ads like what we just saw with the Sensi Blue ad, for example, you can't read them. It's really bad because it's the customer's money, and if they spend money and they can't get a high conversion rate and they wonder, yeah, what is it? And then you see these banners and you see, oh, nobody can read it. Yeah, this is the explanation. I mean, always have to think that you also show your ads mainly on mobile phones, which is
Which
80,
is
90%, and therefore you need like the message clear and easy to read.
Yes, I can give, if some entrepreneurs are looking at our discussion here, I can recommend them the FCB grid. It's called
Mhm.
FCB grid in Romanian. It's a very nice piece of structure that shows you what kind of design and communication process to choose based on your type of product. And it
Yeah, maybe
starts
we
with,
can share this in the comment after our
yes,
session,
yes.
the link
It
to
starts from
explain this.
general
Yeah.
products and cheap products that are buyed, like really really fast, and it doesn't need an intensive documentation to buy them, and that it says how, in what way to build the banner and stuff like this. Then we have the products that are a little bit more expensive, and they are not so into the emotional side. I don't know, like
Mhm.
washing machine and stuff like this. And for that, you need to do a little bit more research for them, to research if that product has what you need. Like you go some elements like 1,000 rotations per minute, and sixth sense and stuff like this, like all
Yeah, I
the
mean, I mean, you have the different stages where you need to get the client first to grab their attention, like something like wow, and when they have already some knowledge, for example, with I don't know, I was looking for air conditioning, for example, the other week, and I have already some knowledge, so then I need somehow to convince with the functions. What other function does it have? What is new, which is innovative? I mean, I'm more the person that is really with technical features. Others look more for the price. Others just want to save like the
yes.
environment and want something really eco-friendly that doesn't consume so much electricity. So you have different types of buyers, and therefore you need different types of messages in the ads.
This is the way of testing and optimizing.
Yeah,
You start
yeah.
from the product, and but it's also based also on audience. Okay, you can be an exception. At your age, you as we can see the audience, it can be more focused on the. No, in fact, I think I'm wrong. At your age, you are perfect. You see, you are looking right for the perfect stuff, like to be eco environment, to be safe in this from this point of view, and about the technical features and stuff like this. A younger person may be looking at the price or stuff like this because it's also based on the income. As the younger is the person,
Income,
as poorer he
age,
is.
culture. I mean,
Yes,
Germans would look probably more for quality than Romanians. That's what how I feel in my experience. But it's
yes,
also a matter of income because the income in Germany is higher
exactly.
than in Romania. So
Hmm.
there are lots of differences for what people are looking, and maybe a product that doesn't run or work really well in Germany works really well in Romania, and the other way around. This is the part. So sometimes when we have some clients that are like, yeah, it's selling really good, and then you start here in Romania and it doesn't sell good, maybe the market is not ready for the product, or it's not the right market. So it's always when we have to rethink the process, and maybe also to come up with new messages, new designs in order to sell.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. It's huh, I don't know what to say further. Uh,
It's a complex process. I
yes,
mean, this entire thing, and
it's
that's why because you need to think of so many things. That's why it's important to have a good design that at the end convinces the client. So if you have no good design for your ads, but your campaigns are running well, I mean, it goes hand in hand together. That's why it's so
yes,
important that the designers work really close together with the marketers that run the ads, and also with the client, because at the end the client also needs. I mean, it would be good if the client finds also the ads compelling, but sometimes the client just has to trust us that we know what we are doing and that we have like experience in it. And even if they
sure.
don't like the banners, maybe the banners are working well.
We get in a very
It happened
sensible
already
topic.
sometimes.
We are entering in a very sensible topic, so let's stop here. The idea is the following. Maybe this is a simplistic way of understanding how the design side works in a digital environment because I think it's like not seeing the forest from the trees. That is that word. People are
Yeah,
thinking
they
that
are
when you
kind of
do.
in a bubble. Yeah, or they are in a bubble and
Yes,
don't see
yes.
outside what's going
They
on.
think if they are running digital campaigns, digital campaigns are something much more different that requires new knowledge and extensive knowledge and stuff like this. But when I create something, a banner or a piece of copywriting, I am thinking of a seller in a physical store that gets out in the street and starts to shout, "Hey, I
Yeah.
have that product. It is this good. It has this function." It's teleshopping. Teleshopping is the best way of, is the best form of marketing from my point of view, and that is the way you should communicate in your digital marketing campaigns. And use the design, the core topic of our discussion. Use the design to support what you have to say to your potential clients. Grab their attention with very clear and very well done design. Don't
Mhm.
use extra useless graphic elements there because no one cares. You are not in the British Museum. People will not look at your banner as a painting, or something like this. They see they stop at the banner. They see, hey, I need this. I don't need this. They fly. Maybe they need that product, but you don't know. We didn't know how to put really well in light that product for them. And because there are some clients that they don't know they need that product, and you have to start in the awareness stage with putting in the light the problem that they have and how your product can solve their problem. So
Nice.
yes, really, really simple. Design should, as I said, should attract the attention and support really well what you want to say on that banner, in order for the client to convince the client to do that micro conversion to jump and to land in your landing page. And on the landing page, design has the same function. Really simple because that copywriting gets even more important there. And this design comes only to support the copywriting, to put different the product in different lights, to put it in a very very well light for them in order to convince them to get to the final stage, to the decision stage, and to convert. Design in the landing page, I think it comes a little bit more important than in banners, because design, it gets much more strategical.
I
There
think
you
this
get.
is a good topic for our next. I mean, this is a good
Okay.
topic for our next episode when we
Okay,
can
okay.
talk about landing page. But you really summarized this well together at the end, and I think this is important: minimalistic, simple, and bring out your message in order to convince the buyer to click on your ad.
Yes,
This is like, yeah,
simple always look professional. Always. You can't mistake with that.
yeah,
You can't mistake, you can't be wrong with simplicity, with minimalism. Put a
yeah.
product there and a piece of text, a simple text, a straightforward text, and a button to call to invite the potential client to take an action. And this is it. I think it's much more easier than it thought to be.
Yes, I think so. I think so too. But sometimes it's like you need to first make the first step and then figure out what's the right way, and then it works. And I
Don't get me
mean,
wrong. You pass through hell in order to get a three words copywriting piece, because you have to choose really, really careful those words,
and also the right words. I know. There's a lot of going on, and this is what some clients don't understand. So we put lots of effort in it and lots of know-how and experience. NLP. Then we have color designs workshop, what colors work well together, and so on.
Yes,
And still sometimes they are declined, but as you said, this is another topic which we can discuss in another episode.
it is indeed.
And for our viewers, if you have any questions, leave a comment for the next episode or something you want to discuss. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube. Visit our website re7consulting.ro. Go on LinkedIn, YouTube. We are also have a podcast on Spotify or iTunes. So just follow us. And thank you, Daniel, to have you here today.
It was a pleasure.
And until next time.
Yes, see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.